We gotta cancel every other album that's coming out this year because nothing's gonna be able to top this. I mean, come on, guys. Be honest with yourselves. Do you really think anything else is gonna be the album of the year? Black Country New Road, Ants from Up There. This is one of the most promising bands to ever come out of the UK from the past couple of years. You know, we've had that large influx of UK rock bands. This is one of them. Their debut album last year, For the First Time, was my favorite album of the entire year. And now just one short year later, they came out with a brand new album. They got so many people excited for this album because they released like half of it before the album even came out. I, being the responsible human being that I am, stayed away from all the singles, except for one. I listened to Chaos Space Marine, and what I heard was incredible. It sounded like from this single that they were going to rely more on their unique set of instruments rather than just their guitars and drums and bass like they normally do. Something else that was very clear about Chaos Space Marine is that it sounded like it was from a fucking musical. And they really kept that up with the entire album. Like, the album Ants from Up There sounds like the band got together and made a soundtrack for a musical, and it's a killer soundtrack. Everything in this album sounds so cohesive, and there's like this overarching story to the album that it feels like. It feels like someone could write out an entire script to go along with the music. I feel like in order to enjoy any song on this album, I have to enjoy the entire album as a complete piece of art. I think that's probably the main difference from this album and For the First Time, where For the First Time kind of just feels like a compilation of songs of the band just trying to show off what they can do. This feels like a more complete piece of work. I do gotta say though, one thing that I don't necessarily enjoy about the album is the song structures. Something I really liked about For the First Time is the fact that they had a lot of linear song structures and multiple acts within each song. This album, it follows more kind of like traditional song structures, it feels like, with like the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and maybe like a post-chorus in there. I mean, the album is great. Obviously, I like all the songs on it. That's more of just like a nitpicking thing. Because listen, if Fantano can nitpick about the drums on Snow Globes, I can nitpick about the song structures, okay? Speaking of Snow Globes, I think that's the weakest song on the album. Honestly, it's 9 minutes long. It's really long. The intro itself is like half of the song, and the entire song really just follows like these 6 guitar notes, and every other piece of instrumentation is just like kind of building off of that, and there's not a lot of variation. There's not a lot of lyrics to begin with, and half of the lyrics are the same thing. It's like, God of weather, Henry knows. The whole song basically just feels like a Godspeed song, but with vocals. Every other song on this album is absolutely incredible. Even the 55-second intro, for God's sakes, is a highlight on this album. The album seems like it tells like some sort of love story in the modern world of cell phones and the internet and moving away from people. Someone's going to Berlin for a little while. Really heartbreaking, especially hearing Isaac sing these vocals. I'm sure we all know Isaac left the band. I think most of the album's instrumentation does a fantastic job of complementing these lyrics that Isaac is singing, especially in Concorde. I really enjoy in the chorus the build of distortion in the guitars because it kind of just seems like it drives in the fact that Isaac is suffering. And speaking of gut-wrenching lyrics, Jesus Christ, Bread Song just like immediately stabs you in the heart with the opening line. The first chorus of Bread Song can drag a little bit. That's only a problem with the first chorus, and the rest of the song is really nice. Also, the drums in the song and the drums throughout the entire album sound incredible. Like, the mixing of the drums in this album is so crisp, especially on the Bread Song. That kick just feels so powerful. Good Will Hunting has got to be one of my favorite songs off of this album. Why couldn't we have more synth in this album? This song in particular has big funeral vibes, especially during like the pre-chorus where the female vocalist comes in. You call. Dun, dun, dun. Haldern is heartbreaking. The instrumental of this song makes me feel so lonely. I don't think I'm lonely. This song makes me feel lonely. This song has an interesting thing because I feel satisfied because the entire time you're just waiting for this song to explode. Like, you can feel it coming. The heart rate starts increasing as the song keeps building. It does explode, and I kind of feel satisfied, but it also kind of leaves me wanting more, you know? The place where he inserted the blade it's so heartbreaking, dude. I love this track. The opening lyric, once again, is just a quick stab in the heart by Isaac there. The instrumental is fantastic. The instrumental of all these songs are fantastic. It kind of is just all the same vibe throughout the album, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Basketball Shoes is the incredible finale of this album. 12 minutes long, multi-act structured song. It feels like the climax to a musical, the epic finale to your theater department's favorite show. This is a song where I can't really pick out certain moments to highlight because the whole song just sounds incredible, and I can't really put into words how good this album closer is. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. My word is that this song song is incredible. I was a huge fan of For the First Time, and I think this album is way better. I'm really sad to hear about Isaac's departing of the band. I really hope that the band can continue the same energy that they had. Isaac is such a huge part of the band that it's going to be interesting to hear them make music without him. By the way, someone watching this video should make a script for the musical of Ants from Up There so I can make a video about it. So I think that'd be fun.